Welcome to today's full-length Vinyasa flow. Making sure you are nice and comfortable, begin to lengthen and deepen your breath. Filling and emptying your lungs with every in and exhale. Now moving to your breath, begin to rotate your body round and round in circle. With your hands on your knees and your neck relaxed, just moving deeper into the body with every in and exhale. You can now begin to rotate your body in the opposite direction. If it feels good for you to just close your eyes here and just use this moment to feel your way deeper into your body and be aware of any tension you may be holding anywhere. On your next inhalation, just bring yourself back to center and extend through the arms, lifting them above your head. Bring the palms together and just stretch slightly backwards, opening up through the front body. Exhale as you bring your fingertips to the back of your crown, pulling your shoulders back and opening out through the chest. Take a deep, expansive inhale as you draw those elbows back. As you exhale, extend your arms out to the side and bring them into prayer at the heart. Let's all just take a moment to pause and set an intention for our class today. Maintaining those deep and powerful breaths, let's transition ourselves and come down onto our backs. With control, vertebra by vertebra, and drawing the knees into the chest. If it feels good for you, you can just gently rock the knees from side to side, moving a little deeper into the hips. Bring your palms down either side of your body and extend your legs up straight. Taking a deep breath in, and as you exhale, bend into your knees, taking the outer sides of each foot and opening to happy baby. Gently pulling those knees down towards the floor and opening out through the hips. Don't forget to keep breathing deeply and maintaining that deep, slow, rhythmic in and exhale. On your next inhalation, let's straighten out both of those legs. On your exhale, slowly lower both of your legs, keeping them together, core engaged. Allowing the heels to touch the ground and then lifting the legs back up again. Keeping your core engaged as again you lower the legs, keeping the legs together nice and straight. Inhale, lift those legs back up to center. Exhale, lower. Nice and slow with complete control. Final time as you lift your legs back up. Draw those knees into the chest and embrace your legs, drawing the knees even closer. Bring the soles of your feet together and open out your knees into Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined butterfly pose. Just relaxing through the legs and allowing your knees to fall down towards the ground. On your next inhalation, bring your right knee over, up to center and across, rested on top of your bent left knee. Taking a gentle spinal twist here as we look out towards our right hand, close our eyes and just relax into this stretch. Engage your core as you lift and lower the right knee back down and then lifting up the left knee and drawing it over and across. Now resting on top of the right knee, so other side. To finish into the stretch, just turn your head towards the left side, again closing your eyes and just using the breath to relax the body. On your next inhale, bring your head back to center. Bring the soles of your feet down to the ground and lift through the hips so that you are in balance again with the rest of the body. Enjoy a nice deep inhalation here. And as you exhale, slowly bring your knees together. With your core engaged, roll those knees into the chest and roll back into boat pose. keeping your roll like a ball movement going, rolling back and then coming up into your boat pose. Just keep this going a couple more times, exercising our core strength and balance as well. Final time, and hold your boat pose, core firmly engaged and looking forward, palms up and out towards the feet. Now let's transition by crossing at the ankles and jumping back to high plank. One nice deep inhalation here in your high plank, and use that exhale to roll yourself back to downward facing dog. This is our first downward dog of the practice, so if it feels good for you, you can lift and lower one heel and then the other, just warming up the back of the legs. If you can, draw both of those heels down and straighten out through the back of the legs now. Relax your neck, close your eyes, and let's just enjoy some deep, slow rounds of breath here in our downward facing dog. On your next inhalation, prepare to roll the body out to high plank. Exhale as you drop the hips and come into upward facing dog. As you then push back and move into child's pose. Inhale as you roll out through the body, coming back into upward facing dog. And exhale as you lift those hips and push yourself back into downward facing dog. Inhale, roll out through the body, coming to high plank. Exhale, drop those hips, upward facing dog. Inhale, push back to child's pose. Exhale, roll out through the body, upward facing dog. And inhale, push back to downward facing dog. When you are ready, begin to walk up the central line of your yoga mat, coming to the front and moving into forward fold. Completely relax the body into your forward fold, using your hands on the ground for support and balance. Bending into those knees if you need. Begin to bend one knee and then the other if that feels good for you, as we just continue to open up the legs. Release your body weight, relax through the neck completely, and just begin to deepen the breath again. Enjoying a couple of rounds of deep, slow breaths here in our forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen. And exhale, release and relax, taking the back of your ankles and moving your way just a little deeper into your forward fold if you can. Inhale to halfway lengthen. Exhale to roll out through the body, coming to a standing position, arms raised above the head, and bring them down into prayer at the heart. Inhale as you move to chair pose. Exhale as you drop the body down, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen. Exhale, step back with that right leg and then the left, high plank and chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale as you push yourself back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts to three-legged dog, and step that foot up between the hands and then step that left foot up beside the right. Forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen. And exhale to forward fold. Inhale, roll up to stand up, engage and lift through the arms. Taking a gentle back bend, and exhale back to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen. Exhale, step back with that left foot. Step back with your right, high plank and chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. And exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Inhale, step that left foot up between the hands. And exhale as you join that right foot beside the left, forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, roll up to stand up. Engaging your core, take another gentle back bend. Drop those hands down to the ground and forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen. And exhale, stepping back with your left leg. Lifting through the body, coming up to crescent lunge. Drop your hands down beside your front right foot and extend your right leg and drop your body weight down onto that extended right leg. Bending back into that knee, so we're moving from pyramid to lunge. Inhale as you move into lunge through the legs and exhale as you move back into pyramid. Pull back on your right hip to maintain alignment when you're in your pyramid as well. And when you're in your lunge, release as much body weight as you can into those hips. Straightening the leg and let's hold, moving our body weight into this stretch. Hands on the ground for support, but releasing your upper body down on that extended front leg. With every exhale, allow the body to relax just that little bit more and come just that little bit deeper. On your next inhale, keeping both hands either side of that front foot, and let's move into extended side angle lunge, lifting your right arm up towards the ceiling. Take an expansive inhalation, allowing your full chest and thoracic region to open and expand. Let's make a full circle with that extended right arm, coming round in one, and then on the next turn, bring your upper body with you. Left arm extended back behind you and right arm on your left thigh. Shoulders and hips still in alignment, and then let's move to a full crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, drop those hands either side of your front foot and move through your chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog and exhale as you push back to your downward facing dog. On your next inhale, step your left leg up between the hands, lifting the body up and moving into crescent lunge. Moving our way straight into the other side, so drop both hands down either side of your front left foot. As you inhale, we're going to be straightening that front left leg, drawing that left hip back as well to maintain alignment through the lower body, alternating from high lunge to pyramid pose. Using the support of the hands to the ground as you move from one stretch to the other. Go nice and slow and move to the rhythm of your own breathing. Final time moving into lunge through the lower body, release weight into those hips, and then as you draw those hips back, let's hold that pyramid. Let's begin to deepen the breath now and use that exhale to relax even deeper into this stretch. Releasing your body weight and allowing your upper body to hang heavy on your extended front leg. Closing your eyes and surrender to the intensity of this pose. On your next inhale, let's gently begin to move our weight back into that front knee, coming back into a lunge and lifting up through the left arm up towards the ceiling, moving into our extended side angle lunge. Now let's begin making that big circular motion again through that extended left arm. Moving with the rotation of the arm movements, now let's come up and take that same stretch as we did on the other side. Bringing that left hand to the inner right thigh and your right arm extended back behind you. Hips and shoulders square, facing forward. Now let's cartwheel those hands down either side of our front foot and step the right foot up beside the left. Taking a deep forward fold, releasing any tension through the neck. Inhale, roll up to stand up, engage your core and take another gentle back bend. Hands in prayer, bring them back to the heart. Inhale to chair pose. Exhale, drop those hands down and forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen and exhale as you jump back to high plank and move through your chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog and exhale as you push back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, stepping that right foot up between the hands, dropping that back left heel and moving into warrior one. Core engaged, look forward. Drop those hands down either side of that front foot. Adjust that back foot and step back to high plank, again moving through your chaturanga, inhaling to upward facing dog. And exhale as you push back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, step that left foot up between the hands, drop that back right heel, move back into warrior one on the other side. Deep breath in as you extend through the upper body and exhale, drop those hands down and step back to high plank. And chaturanga, inhale to upward facing dog and exhale as you push back to downward facing dog, pulling those heels down towards the floor and releasing and relaxing your neck as well. On your next inhale, bend through those knees and take a hop to the hands, moving into forward fold. Transition to chair pose. And let's roll through the body, come back up to standing. And sweep the body back into chair pose again. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release and relax, coming into forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen. Exhale, step or jump back to high plank and move through your chaturanga, meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale as you step your right foot up between the hands and transition into warrior one, dropping that back left heel. Extend through the upper body, inhale deeply and exhale, take your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers and drop down into a humble warrior. Without forcing your body, see how close to the floor your forehead can get. Focusing on your drishti point and keeping a slow and steady breath. Use your exhale to engage the core and draw those shoulders back. Returning to a standing position and stepping your left foot up beside your right. Keeping that bind behind the back if you can. Lift your left knee up and extend it back behind you into warrior three. The challenge here is to engage your strength and your balance. Inhale as you lift your left knee back up and drop that left calf down on top of your right thigh, just above the knee. Begin to move those hips back and come into a standing pigeon. If it is within your practice, also extending your arms up towards the ceiling. Try to maintain a steady breath. Inhale as you bring yourself back up to standing, lifting that left knee up in front of you and stepping it back behind you, back into warrior one through the legs. Inhale, shoulders back, arms extended behind you, and exhale as you drop yourself down and forward, moving back into humble warrior. See if maybe this time you can go a little deeper. Now dropping your hands down beside your front foot and stepping back to high plank. Let's move through our chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog and exhale as you push back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot up between your hands. Drop that back heel into warrior one and lift through the upper body. Moving into the other side, let's take our hands behind our back, interlace the fingers and pull those arms back straight. And exhale as you release yourself down and into your humble warrior, seeing how far your forehead can get to the ground. Inhale, let's draw those shoulders back, return to a standing position. Step your right foot up to the front beside the left. Then inhale as you lift that right knee up And exhale as you extend it back behind you, taking warrior 3. Don't forget to keep breathing here. Keep your breaths deep. It will help you to stay balanced. Now let's begin to come back, bringing that right knee up again and moving into standing pigeon. Begin to work your way into the pose, and when you are ready, you can begin to extend your arms up towards the ceiling. On your next inhale, lifting that right knee back up as you come to a standing position and step it back behind you. Again, coming into warrior 1 through the lower body. Inhale and exhale as you drop down one more time into humble warrior. Draw those arms and shoulders back. Inhale. Drop your hands beside that front foot and move to high plank. Let's move through our chaturanga, inhaling to upward facing dog and exhale as you push back to your downward facing dog. Look to the front, bend into those knees and take a jump. Moving straight into your forward fold. Exhale. Inhale now as we move to chair pose. Exhale as you bring your hands into prayer towards the chest, slowly coming to a standing position. Inhale, let's move back into our chair pose. And exhale as you roll out through the body, taking a gentle back bend. Let's come back down to our forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen. Exhale, jump back to high plank. And inhale as we move through our chaturanga, coming into upward facing dog. And exhale as you push yourself back to downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts to three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your right knee into your chest and come forward. Back to three-legged dog. Repeat this 2 more times, moving nice and slow with full control. Final time, bring that knee to chest and extend to three-legged dog. Hold. Now stacking your hips and allowing your right foot to fall back. We're going to start to transition here into wild thing. So slowly with control, drop that right foot down back behind you and extend up through the hips and drop your right hand back behind you too. This full body stretch requires great strength, so keep your whole body working strong here. When you're ready, you can begin to release, dropping your right hand down beside the right and moving into three-legged dog. Right leg back to extension. Now let's bring that right foot up between the hands, drop that back heel to warrior 2 and bring the upper body up, extending out through the arms. Let's just take a quick arm stretch here. Open up through the palms, extend your arms up and drop those elbows back behind you. Open out through the arms again. Now I'm going to give you an option here to take a bind behind the back through the arms, interlacing the fingers and bending through both elbows. You do not need to connect your hands if that is too much. Just find a way for this to be comfortable for you. Just bending those elbows is enough. Inhale as you draw yourself back, opening through the whole chest and heart area. And exhale, release. Straightening out through the spine and opening out through the arms. Drop your right hand down beside your right heel, extend your left arm up towards the ceiling. Extended side angle. Let's just hold this pose, taking a couple of rounds of deep breath. Exhale as you release, coming back to warrior 2. moving straight into your peaceful warrior. Extend now through your front leg and go even a little deeper into this side body stretch if you can. Engage your core, straighten out through the arms, and let's drop ourselves back down now, coming into triangle. Right hand down beside your right foot and left arm up towards the ceiling. Bring your attention back to the breath. Let's all take a deep breath in together, and as we exhale, drop your left hand down beside the right, taking just a moment to readjust through the front before we drop down into the back right leg, coming into Skandasana, using your hands for support. If you would like an added challenge, you can drop your left elbow down and extend out through the right side. Lifting your right arm up towards the ceiling. Please listen to your body and do whatever feels right for you. Now let's slowly release. Bring both hands down in front of you. Slowly lower your bum to the ground. Option here to join me and go even deeper. With your right hand, take your left ankle and with your left arm, reach it over and across towards your right toes. You can just play around with this and just see where your limits lie today. Wherever you are is exactly where you are meant to be. Close your eyes and just focus inward on your breathing, allowing your body to gently open in its own time. Now let's release that stretch, bringing both hands down in front of you and extending yourself back up to Skandasana, lifting your bum off the floor. Hands in front of you for support, and we are going to transition from here back to Warrior 2, bringing our weight back into that front right leg. Cartwheel the hands down either side of your front foot and step yourself back to high plank. Let's move through our chaturanga, inhaling to upward facing dog, and exhale as you push back to downward facing dog. Bend into those knees, look to the front, and let's hop to the hands. Inhale, halfway lengthen, and exhale to forward fold. Inhale as you roll up to stand up, and exhale as you bring your hands back to prayer at the heart. Let's take one more back bend, and fluidly let's float the body back down, taking forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen, and exhale, jump back to high plank and move through your chaturanga. And let's meet back in downward facing dog. So we're just going to take a moment to really release the body weight into our downward dog, drawing your heels down towards the ground and relaxing your neck, eyes closed, and bring your focus back to the breath. On your next inhalation, lift your left leg to three-legged dog. Stacking your hips and begin to move that left foot back behind you as you transition into your flipped dog. Slowly allowing that left foot to come down with control behind you to the floor, and then extend your left arm up and also bring that back behind you too. Lifting your hips up high and relaxing your neck as your head falls back. Core firmly engaged, holding you in position. Now let's release, bringing your left hand back down beside the right and moving back into high plank. Lifting your left leg back up to three-legged dog. Bring your left knee to chest and then extend back to three-legged dog. And again, bring your left knee into the chest and extend back to three-legged dog. Final time, bringing your knee to chest and then extending back to three-legged dog. Now let's plant that left foot in between your two hands at the front, dropping your back heel and coming into Warrior 2. Cartwheel the arms up as you lift and extend your arms out at the shoulder, core tightly engaged, and look out towards your front fingertips. I invite you here to take the same bind as we did before, so bending into your elbows and interlacing the fingers as an option. For me, this bind was too intense through my right shoulder. Rather than connect the hands into the full bind, I just reached towards my left thigh with my right hand, and this worked fine for me. Inhale as you reach backwards, opening through the chest area. And exhale, release, opening out through the arms and bringing your left fingertips down towards your left heel. Extend up towards the ceiling with your right arm as we move into extended side angle lunge, making sure your shoulders are stacked and you have strong alignment through the body. Remember to breathe, bring your focus back to the breath, filling and emptying your lungs with every in and exhale. On your next inhalation, let's lift back to center and transition to peaceful warrior, dropping your right hand down and extending back behind you with the left arm. When you're ready, you can also extend that front leg and move even deeper into that side body stretch. Let's bring those arms back to center and cartwheel the hands down, bringing your left hand down to your left heel, again moving into triangle pose. Take a couple of deep breaths here in your triangle. Now let's cartwheel that right arm down, bring it down beside the left, move in just for a moment into that left knee and then bounce back, coming into Skandasana through the other side. Left leg extended, using your hands on the floor for support and just finding your way into this stretch and sequence that fits you and where you're at right now. If you wish to join me on this extension, lifting up through the left arm, then please do so. And then let's lower down and let's come through into the other side, taking the right ankle in the left hand and then reaching out across with the right arm to the left toes. This stretch is pretty intense, so please just listen to your body and go nice and gentle and respect your boundaries. On your next inhalation, let's come back to center, releasing the toes and sitting back up, and then bringing both hands down in front of you. Begin to maneuver your way back into Skandasana, lifting your bum off the floor and coming into Warrior 2. Cartwheel your hands down either side of that front foot, step back to high plank, and let's move through our Chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale as you push back to your downward facing dog. Take a nice deep bend into your knees and look forward towards the hands. We're going to hop to the front. Inhale to halfway lengthen, releasing your weight into those hips and taking a deep bend through the knees. Just releasing the legs after those Skandasanas. On your next exhale, draw your body closer to your extended standing legs and let's go deeper into our forward fold. And if it feels good, take the toes back of the ankles or knees and just draw yourself even closer to the legs. Inhale to halfway lengthen. Now let's bend into those knees and prepare to take a little jump and jump the feet apart just slightly, just a bit wider than hip width. Gently lifting the toes and placing your hands underneath each sole of your foot. This is not going to be possible for all of you, but if you can do it, join along. If not, just move into your forward fold and come as deep into it as you can. We want to draw the body closer to the legs and go as deep as possible into our forward fold. Make sure your neck is released. I advise you also to close your eyes. One more deep breath in here, fill your lungs. And as you exhale, release, straighten out through the legs and release your hands. Let's hop straight into plank and move through our chaturanga. Inhaling to upward facing dog and exhale as you push yourself back to your downward facing dog. Bend into your knees, look to the front and take a jump to the hands. Inhale, halfway lengthen and exhale to forward fold. Inhale as you roll up to stand up and exhale as you move to chair pose. Inhale, hands at prayer and draw those hands to the chest. Exhale, bring your right elbow to left knee and move into your twisted chair pose, making sure that your hips and knees are in alignment. On your next inhale, step back with your right leg and move into a twisted lunge, keeping your core tightly engaged as you control your balance. I'm going to give you the option here to extend both arms, moving even deeper into the twist. If you are doing this, make sure your shoulders are stacked and in alignment. Now that right foot is going to take a little hop towards that left foot as we move into a twisted triangle. Right hand flat down on the ground beside your left foot, shoulders stacked, core tightly engaged. Also, don't forget to breathe here. Make sure that you are breathing nice and deep. On your next exhale, let's release. Bend into that front knee, taking a gentle step up beside the left foot with the right, and then roll up to stand up. Come back down, moving into a forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen, and exhale, jump to high plank and move through your chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog, and exhale as you push back to downward facing dog. Bend into those knees, look to the front and hop to the hands. Inhale, halfway lengthen, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, roll up to stand up, and exhale, move to chair pose. Bringing your hands into prayer and bring the hands towards the chest, and let's take that twist to the other side. Left elbow to right knee, knees and hips in alignment and looking up towards the ceiling, or if it helps with your balance, you can drop your gaze to the floor. When you're ready, step back with that left leg, transitioning to a twisted high lunge. Maintaining your form here as you focus on your breathing. Option here to extend both arms, going even deeper into your twist. And now we're going to step that back right foot up towards the left, about halfway up, and transition to your twisted triangle. Left hand flat on the floor on the outer side of your right foot. This will help you to balance. Finding that drishti point somewhere on the floor if you need some help with your balance. Overall, just focusing on that breath work, filling and emptying your lungs with every in and exhale. And now let's put a little bend into that front right leg and step the left foot up beside the right. Roll through the body on an inhale, core engaged, and take a gentle back bend. As you exhale, let's move to forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen and exhale, jump straight into your chaturanga, inhaling to upward facing dog. And exhale as you push back to your downward facing dog. Bend into those knees and look to the front and jump to the hands. Now hop your feet apart and move your way into a yogic squat. Take the time you need to adjust your feet so that you are comfortable in your squat. You want one side of the body to mirror the other. Bring your hands into prayer, release your body weight into those hips, shoulders back, and spine as straight as possible. I'm going to demonstrate for you quickly how to use a yoga block in this pose if you need a bit of help. This will make it more comfortable for you. Now coming back to our squats, let's focus inward on deep, slow breaths, looking forward. And now for an even deeper spinal release, let's extend the hands out in front of you. And on an exhale, just totally relax your upper body down in between your legs. So from the base of your spine all the way out to the crown of your head and fingertips, you are totally relaxed. I recommend closing your eyes here and just give your head a little wiggle so that you're sure that your neck is actually decompressed. Use the breath also by filling and emptying your lungs. With every exhale, you will release so much tension in the body. Now let's slowly begin to come out of our squat, extending both legs up to standing. And for anyone who's in the mood, let's have a little bit of fun with crow pose. Bring your hands down beneath the shoulder blades, just slightly more open. Bring your knees into your armpits, lift one foot then the other, and then jump back to plank. Amazing, let's do that one more time, and this time let's try and hold our crow just a little bit longer. Knees into the shoulders, lifting one foot then the other, hold and jump, coming back into high plank. Brilliant work. Okay, let's move through our chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog and exhale as we push back to downward facing dog. Look to the front, bend into those knees and take a hop to the hands. And release into a forward fold, releasing the neck and closing your eyes. Inhale to halfway lengthen. And exhale as you roll up to standing, engage your core and take a gentle back bend. Lifting your left knee and drawing your elbows down, taking a playful variation of dancing Shiva. Then bring your arms together, taking an eagle wrap with right arm under left, doing the same through the legs. Core engaged, shoulders back, spine straight, and look forward in your eagle pose. On your next inhalation, let's gently release our eagle pose. Opening through the arms just like a pair of wings, and with that left leg keeping it elevated, and let's transition to half moon. Dropping your right fingertips down and extending that left leg back behind you. Hips stacked and core tightly engaged. Now let's lower that left hand and bring the legs back together. Slowly bend into those knees and come down to a seated position, rolling like a ball back and then coming into boat pose. Let's repeat that roll back, come back into boat, and let's just do that one final time. And this time we come back to boat, crossing at the ankles and transitioning to high plank. Let's move through our chaturanga, inhaling to upward facing dog. And exhale, push back, downward facing dog. Bend into those knees, look to the front, and let's take a hop to the hands. And move into your forward fold. Inhale to halfway lengthen. Exhale to forward fold. Roll up to stand up. Moving straight into the other side, opening through the arms and lifting the right knee into our dancing Shiva variation. And then let's pull the body back together, coming into eagle pose, this time left arm under the right. When you have found your way into the pose, engage your core, bring those shoulders back and keep your spine straight. Again, using some kind of drishti point in front of you to maintain your balance. On your next inhale, let's begin to unravel our eagle pose. Release the arms like wings, keeping that right leg elevated and then transitioning to half moon on the other side. Bring your mind back to the breath. And when you are ready, let's drop that right hand down beside the left. Bring that right leg also down beside the left. Bend into those knees and come back down. Moving into boat pose again. Taking the full extension through the legs if you are up for it. So that is it for our standing postures for today. So slowly allow your back to come down onto the mat. Vertebra by vertebra, come all the way down. Extending your legs up towards the ceiling, toes engaged. Keeping your legs nice and straight and bring your hands and arms down beside your body. We want to bring the palms down for a bit of added support before we move into our plow pose. When you are ready, lift up and let's come into plow. Gently bringing the toes down behind the head and supporting the lower back through the elbow to floor and hand connection. Despite the restriction through the chest area, it's really important to continue filling and emptying your lungs in this pose. Now let's lower the hands, and for that added support, slowly vertebra by vertebra, bring the hips back down to the floor. Now bend both of those knees and come into a diamond shape through the legs. Soles of the feet together in reclined butterfly. I invite you now to bring your left hand onto your belly and your right hand onto your heart and close your eyes. Let's just slow the breath down and deepen the breath. Filling and emptying our lungs with every in and exhale. Just taking this little pause to reconnect on a deeper level to ourselves and how we're feeling. On your next inhalation, bring your knees together, bring your hands behind the shoulders, feet down, lift through the hips. Not everyone will be able to come into a full wheel, but just lift and see how far you come today. Lifting those hips as high as you can into the air and making sure that your neck is relaxed as well. And now let's slowly release with control, first bringing down those shoulders and then release the rest of the back and bring the hips down. Now bringing those knees into the chest to release the lower back. Just holding those knees into the chest, drawing them as close to you as you can. If it feels good for you, you can also have a gentle rock from side to side. Now opening out both arms, palms facing down from the shoulder. Keeping your knees bent but moving them to tabletop, so knees above hips. Engage your core and slowly lower both legs towards your left side. When your legs are in position, bring your head over and across and look out towards your left side. Now just close your eyes, relax and release into this spinal twist. Just simply enjoying the gentle rhythm of your in and exhale. On your next inhalation, bring your head back to center, engage your core and lift your legs back to center too. And then let's slowly lower them over and across to the other side. When the legs are in position and you're comfortable, turn your head across to the left side. Again, just closing your eyes and enjoying the gentle rhythm of your in and exhale. On your next inhalation, engage your core, bring your head and legs back to center, lifting your knees above your hips. Extend both legs and then let's move now into happy baby. So take the outer side of each of your legs in your hands and allow the knees to drop down towards the floor, gently rocking from side to side if that feels good for you. Now let's release the legs, bring the soles of the feet together, keeping a reclined butterfly position through the lower body. Now place both hands on the top of your thigh and press down and reach forward through the crown of your head. This stretch is a gentle and effective decompression of the spine. Now release the hands and bring them onto your lower belly. Extend both legs out and let's move into Savasana, our final resting pose of this class. Release the arms down either side of your body with your palms facing up. Release any and all tension you may still be holding and just time to really let that go. So deep breaths here, filling the lungs and exhale, emptying the lungs. It's time to just let it go. please feel free to pause the video here in your Savasana and stay here as long as you may need. Thank you so much for joining me. It is a huge honor that you choose to practice with me. If you enjoyed this class, subscribe now. I release at least 2 classes per week, so I will look forward to seeing you on the mat next time. Wishing you a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.